Alright everybody, I know that the sound quality on this is crap until I get it fixed, but this is what I have to do. Okay, so here I'm going to give you a legend quick. The red lines are basically they're patterns, but they haven't really emerged as really solid patterns. They're more scattered. There's a lot of red regions throughout the country. As I get more data, I'll be able to update this map a lot more. Yellow regions are very distinct patterns that run for long distances. Okay, and you can see they followed my pinpoint map pretty well. This one's a nice one, running from Florida right over to Louisiana, and then Louisiana right up the Mississippi. It splits off at the St. Croix River into the Great Lakes, and then follows the Mississippi up, probably up into Canada. And on this side from Seattle area, it runs right down and into Northern California, where it splits. One side hugs the Sierra Nevadas all the way down into Baja. The other one connects to the San Diego area and straight up the coast to San Francisco, and then cuts back over. The purple areas are areas that are most likely going to become yellow. I just need more data. I just don't have enough yet, but this one probably will run right down into Guatemala. And this one, of course, actually connects the Great Lakes a little bit better with the Mississippi River, just to give you an idea of what I've come up with for the continental United States. Now, to give you an idea of how I got my information, this here is a Pennsylvania map that the state produced. Now, the orange are actual land depressions where the land is actually sinking down. You can see this through satellite and such. The green are actually sinkholes that you can see here and here all over the place. But again, it just follows my map almost identically. This is a nice one. The Missouri Department of Natural Resources put out a map. All these little yellow spots are sinkholes, okay? And there are tons of them, probably around 10,000. And you see again follows the Mississippi. Everything seems to follow my map pretty well. Some people have tried to put maps together. This is in New Jersey. This guy got about 15 of them, and then I guess probably just kind of quit. And then Florida, somebody tried to do the same thing. They got a bunch down, but again, these all follow my maps and what I say. Now, this is the Alabama map. The state put out a map for sinkhole data, but there's got to be 10,000 sinkholes. Again, follows my map, but also I'm going to give you an idea and a little bit of geography of why all these are falling here. But there's just too many pin drops to put on Google Maps. Can't handle the data. And this here is a USGS map, which they think that sinkholes have something to do with caves, caverns, and tubes underneath. There is some correlation, but I don't see it happening all over the place, such as on the Mississippi and the St. Croix and straight up California, a little bit here Seattle, but not even through Oregon, and down into Texas along the coast here. Not a whole lot that correlates with a lot of the sinkhole data. Now, somebody tried to put together a sinkhole map back in 2012 that put together people just giving information about where sinkholes were, and I guess they put together this map of sinkholes. So I'm going to correlate all of this and compile this data and put it into my map, and these lines be a lot easier to read and see. This is just scattered, and it's really hard to tell, but if you look at it closely, you can see that it does match pretty well with my data. And as far as geography goes, you gotta uh, well, here's what I've come across. Mainly, the sinkholes are happening in areas where there's not a lot of granite. There's not a lot of rocky soil. It's mostly sandy, soft soil or limestone, sandstone, that kind of stuff. This I've got a topographical map, so you can see around where mountains actually are. They don't really occur unless they run in between the mountains and regions or valleys and stuff. But for the most part, along rivers and stuff like that. Switch it over so you can get a better view of where these things are occurring naturally. You can see in a lot of the basin areas are where these sinkholes are occurring. And this is probably one that a lot of people have for a long time been looking at as having problems along the west coast, and there seems to be a very, very, very huge problem with sinkholes along the San Andreas fault line, and that's probably going to wind up being a lot of problems. And again, you got the Rocky Mountains here, and not a whole lot happening in the Rocky Mountains. You know, it's a lot of granite, a lot of hard rock, non-porous rock in here. Also up in here in the Adirondacks, you know, a lot of non-porous rock in the Ozarks. So, anyways, tell me what you think, and I'll keep on compiling data. This is very time consuming, and I do have to work. So, hopefully, I'll be able to, over the next few weeks, put together a much more detailed map of what's going on and be able to compile my information in a greater sense. All right, I appreciate your time. Thanks.